Hello, my nerd friends. Hopefully you can hear me. Let me see. Yes, I forgot. Okay, good. You can hear me. I forgot to test the mic before I went live. So hello, good morning on this weekend. I know it seems kind of dark in here, and actually there's a good reason for that. We're having some work done in our yards, and they actually, because of how heavy duty the work is, they have these huge covers on the windows, and so it's even darker than like it normally is in here. So I turned up the brightness I could on my, camera without it looking too lousy. But anyway, I've got some great news. It looks like it's just me today, but I've got some great news things to share with you. So it's going to be a relatively quick stream, and there's no problem with that. It doesn't matter to me. So let's go over the first few things we have on the news, and I will be linking all the articles that I used into the chat, and then after the stream, I will put them in the show notes because I wanted to make sure I give credit where that's due. Now, starting with the Oscar snub of Barbie movie. So, the news on this was that Greta and Margot, Greta Gerwig is the director, Margot played Barbie. Did not get Oscar noms, while Ryan Gosling, who played Ken, and America Ferrera, who were supporting actors, got noms for their parts. My glasses look crooked. Sorry. And so there's a huge hullabaloo all about that going on. I thought that was a very interesting topic to bring up because so many people were like gung-ho with Barbie and its message. And to know that the people who like it wouldn't be what it was without them got dismissed versus the others. That's what the whole hullabaloo is. I don't really have a strong opinion on it per se. But and I agree with Ryan Gosling. From what I read, it's like he feels bad, of course, that they weren't nominated, but it's not going to convince him to back out in any sense of the word. All right, so that is the first bit of news. Second, Microsoft Video Games division lays off 1,900 staff. Now, according to this article, there is an email sent out saying that they're going to be laying off almost 2,000 people. And they have 22,000 staff in total, and so now it's about 20,000 instead. But they sent an email out about it, if I remember correctly, that they said it was the CEO said it was a painful decision to make. I guess from business standpoints, I can understand why people have to get laid off, but I think that a company should knows far ahead enough in time that they're not doing well enough to keep all of its employees, and so they should know. I feel like they should know ahead enough of time, like far enough of time, to give them some kind of hint that layoffs were coming. But who knows? Maybe the employees did know, and I'm just looking at it, from the outside perspective. So next on the docket, Smallville film. Tom Welling teases. Who's a fan of Smallville? Who watched it? I watched it, but I think if I remember correctly, I watched it all after it had aired because we had watched it all on DVD. And it was, gosh, I remember watching, because I remember here's the little days, right? When it didn't have streaming, right? We had DVDs. I remember going to my husband's school, sticking like the DVD in the computer PC drive, and he would hook up. This is like at the school, the doors were unlocked and they had projectors inside. He lived on campus. So we were just dating at this time, I think. But we did this also when we were married. You could go into campus, go into the room, any unused room, hook up your laptop to the projector, and then we'd watch movies that way. But who knows? So Tom Welling has teased the idea of playing a Superman again, playing Clark Kent, and Michael Rosenbaum would be great if he was Lex Luthor. Levi Luthor. I don't know what's wrong with me. Because he was also great in that role as well. I like the idea of it. I hope you guys do, but you can also check. You can see I'm posting the links to these articles in the chat, and you can check it out. If you're looking at the upload, hopefully I've remembered to stick the article into the description below after the show is over. Unfortunately, you cannot change it during on StreamYard. I'd have to open up YouTube in a whole separate window, and I'm not going to worry about that today. Anyway, let me know what your ideas, your thoughts on a Smallville film. Is superhero stuff just kind of overdone too? Because so many Superman, so many Spider-Man, so many different people playing the same character in slightly different ways or completely different ways. But like, do we need just more original stuff? And maybe, that's not necessarily what I think. I'm just spitting out different things I've heard over time. Is it wouldn't do well because of how much DC and Marvel stuff there is. All right, next Sonic the Hedgehog 3, which I cut off with the logo. Thank you. There's also a Sonic spinoff of Knuckles trains Wade in the way of the Echidna warrior, and they believe that a star from the show says you'll be very happy with how it turns out. But we can expect major updates from Paramount Plus on the spinoff for it's Knuckles. Okay. And he is training. He's training his protege Wade in the ways of the Echidna warrior. In a recent interview with Screen Rant, James Marsden and Tom Wachowski throughout the franchise joked that they would be fired. Yeah, don't reveal too much. She said, "I'll be fired if I reveal too much." But if you want to check out that information, you can check it out in the link that I just sent into chat. My kids love Sonic the Hedgehog. I think it's fun. This Sonic the Hedgehog, I can't even spell hedgehog. I spelled it head, like an actual head. It's always the Sonic the Hedgehog 2 was actually a lot more fun than I expected. Not every video game movie does necessarily very well, and it just doesn't portray the same things as the game. But I think writers and filmmakers are getting better with that in some aspects. Like Mario was actually a lot more fun than I expected. So that is that on that news story. And then the last thing I wanted to bring up was Evil Nun, The Broken Mask, now available on the Nintendo Switch. If you like scary games and you want to be able to just take one easily with you and you've got a Switch, here you go. Evil Nun, The Broken Mask is now available on the Switch. And the link I'm about to post in the chat is to an article about it that also has the trailer for it. So if you want to check that out, you can. It is fun and creepy. The Switch is fun, but I'm not sure if it's the game itself or just Switch graphics, because I don't play on the Switch very much. My kids do. But everything they play is like Mario and stuff that's very cartoony. This one looks a little cartoony, right? But I don't think it's meant to be super cartoony, but we'll see how the graphics actually end up looking. I'm actually contemplating getting it just to try it out for fun. But because I like scary games and I play them here on the channel sometimes. Anyway, so the Evil Nun, check that out. Usually I do Mad Libs right now or a Nerd Out, but it's just me today. If I nerd out about anything, gonna be the host here on the channel. Okay. Yeah, you know who you are. You got Graveyard, Aubrey, it's Graveyard and Aubrey right now. They're doing so much work on the channel. And Anthony, you're awesome. We've got so many different things going on the channel at once, and so many people contributing things. And contributing their time and their skill, that I appreciate it wholeheartedly and can't say thank you enough to those people. And I'm actually going to be going to my sister's next month, flying to Philadelphia, and on the way there, it looks like I might be able to get a chance to actually meet Graveyard in person, which I'm very excited about. All right, guys. Well, you have a lovely day, and we'll catch you later. Bye.